Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Holy Trinity Church in Maisons-Laffitte. And this is the sermon for the fourth Sunday after Advent. And in our gospel reading today, the angel Gabriel appears and announces news to a young Mary, news which will change the world forever. When you read the nativity stories in Matthew and Luke's gospel, it seems to me as if the angels are kind of working overtime, rushing from one place to another, telling folk, do not be afraid. In Matthew's gospel, the angel comes only to Joseph. And in Luke's gospel, Zechariah is the first who is told, fear not. And then Mary is told, fear not. And then finally, a gaggle of shepherds on the hills around Bethlehem, Jerusalem, are told, fear not. Fear not, Mary. But actually, childbirth can be quite frightening, can't it? And this child's birth is additionally frightening in that nobody is ready for it. The parents aren't married. The room's not prepared, there's nowhere for them to stay, but fear not, says the angel. Just calm down, chill, will you? I'd have been frightened, actually, if I was Mary. Tradition tells us that she was very, very young. She herself tells the angel that she is a virgin. She has never known a man. To live in her time and to walk the streets in her condition meant one of three things could have happened to her. None of them were good. She could have been shamed. She could have been shunned. She could have been stoned. Mary would have worn the pregnancy as a badge of disgrace had she not been told otherwise, which is why she thanks the angel for his message. And this, you will notice, does not make her fearful condition go away, but it gives her courage. It gives her courage to keep walking forward. And in the midst of all that scares and startles us, the dark, the night, things that are under the bed, in the closet, all those things that make us scared, we, like Mary, have the assurance that we are never alone. We, like Mary, are linked to forces that will sustain us and love us and see us through. Fear not, says the angel. And not because darkness is fading, not because bad guys are falling, not because danger is disappearing, but not because hard times are receding. And certainly not because evil empires are unraveling. No, none of that. Fear not, because someone is coming. Unfortunately, life did not become noticeably easier after Jesus came. The angel's next words to Joseph, once the kings had left, was, get out of town, take the baby and run. Hot-foot it to Egypt. Go now and go fast. Go. So life did not become easier in the wake of Jesus's coming, but it did become less solitary. Christmas comes, leaving behind its decisive truth that even if home for us is unsettled or insecure, the alone part need never worry us again. God has come in Jesus Christ to companion us on our journey, however difficult our journey may be. For this Christmas, my boys have requested a game, something that we can all play together. Now, I don't want to paint a wholesome picture of my family here because we are all terribly competitive, actually, and games can rapidly become a source of conflict when we are all together. However, whilst hunting for something suitable, I came to the realization that board games, have suddenly become so complicated, haven't they? Or perhaps it's just a product of getting older. I don't know. But I'm sure games were simpler when I was a child. One of my favourite games was, I don't even know what it's called. It was like a little maze or a labyrinth, a small plastic box, and you had to like navigate this steel ball from one side of the box to the other with very gentle sort of tipping motions. Do you remember those? And on the way, there are holes through which the ball can fall, and when that happens, you have to begin all over again. That game is sort of like a metaphor for our lives, isn't it? As we navigate through life, there are holes in the road. Some of them holes are big holes. Some can swallow us, huh? But over time, we do become wiser. Our eyes are fully opened and we tend to steer better. We move slower. We move through life much slower. And actually, thinking of this game, I see God with us in this game of life. Sometimes he fills the holes before us in our path. And sometimes we fall into a hole. But when we do fall into those holes, we hear the words of the angel, "Fear not, I am with you." So as Christmas approaches and we engage in the simple joy of family games and shared laughter, let's also carry with us the profound simplicity of the angel's message. Fear not. Life, much like that maze game we enjoyed in simpler times, presents its challenges and unexpected holes. Yet just as we learn to navigate those small, still balls through the twists and turns, so too can we navigate the complexities of life with resilience and faith. In the midst of uncertainties, the timeless assurance that we are not alone resonates, offering a steady hand to guide. This Christmas, may the spirit of fear not echo in our hearts, bringing warmth and connection and a reminder that together and with Jesus, we can face whatever challenges lie ahead. Amen to that.